the smoky air of engines does Katie roam the streets, through gears and steam and clockworks, in alleys where they meet. Are the gas lamps bright and shining as she calls her name? In the shadows, Katie hopes she'll do the same. With goggles perched and hat askew, her laughter fills the night. As cogs and gears do ever turn, she's really quite the sight. Whistles of the trains do echo as she dares to dream that amidst the cold and foggy nights she'd find reason to gleam. In corsets tight and leather boots, she navigates the lanes. Oh, Katie roams the foggy streets, calling out her name. With dreams as wild as fires, a heart that's true and tried. With steam and spark she'll leave her mark, her spirit will not hide. With pocket watch in hand, she strolls these starless skies. Each tick a beat of courage, each talk a bold reply. The shadows fall, but she stands tall, her inner strength revealed. Though the journey's long and winding, her love will be unsealed. In corsets tight and leather boots, she navigates the lanes. Oh, Katie roams the foggy streets, calling out her name. With dreams as wild as fires, a heart that's true and tried. With steam and spark she'll leave her mark, her spirit will not hide. Through smoky pubs and taverns she finds her way at last. Her courage is her armor, forged from wounds long past. With every step and every turn she feels the rhythm beat, till in a quiet corner her true love she does meet. With heart fulfilled in love's embrace, she navigates the lanes. No longer does she roam these streets, calling out her name. With dreams as wild as fires, a heart that's true and tried. With steam and spark they'll leave their mark, her spirit will not hide.
Down in the basement, what a plight. Fish heads for breakfast, noon and night. Moderators feeling quite blue, wishing for meals that aren't good. What a life stuck behind the screen, working hard but never seen. Tapping away in this dimly lit room, rations of fish heads sealing their doom. sending out warnings, banning the spam, dreaming of a hot slice of ham. Oh man, moderators never get a break. Stuck in the basement, for goodness sake. Moderators stuck in the grind, solving problems you'll never find. Oh, what they'd give for a piece of pie, or even a cheeseburger, oh my. Yet here they are with fish heads to eat, wishing for days of another meat. Day in, day out, the same old song, working all night until the dawn. If they had a genie, 3 wishes at hand, a ticket to freedom somewhere with sand, maybe some tacos, juicy and fine, no more fish heads, wouldn't that be divine? Moderators never get a break, stuck in the basement, for goodness sake. Moderators stuck in the grind, solving problems you'll never find.
The city's heartbeat echoes in brass. In our world of whimsy, we raise a glass. Through cogs and springs, our spirits fly. Under moonlight's gleam, we'll reach the sky. From horror tales to narrative streams, dear Katie's world is built from dreams. Now midnight struck, it's time for the show. The Clockwork Fox, we all shall go. Oh, the Clockwork Fox, where streams delight. The clank of mugs in velvet night. Steam-powered screens, they light the dark. With every click, we'll leave our mark. As stars fade out, we greet the dawn. Laughter so loud, we still carry on. Oh, Clockwork Fox, with this lively crowd, never alone, stand together proud. Oh, the Clockwork Fox, where streams delight. The clank of mugs in velvet night. Steam-powered screens, they light the dark. With every click, we'll leave our mark. Oh, the Clockwork Fox, where streams delight. The clank of mugs in velvet night. Steam-powered screens, they light the dark. With every click, we'll leave our mark. So wind the clock, let the music play throughout this mechanical cabaret.
Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Clockwork Fox Public House. Of course, I am your hostess, Intoxicating, and it's wonderful to see each and every one of you tonight.
Yeah.
Mikey, it's wonderful to see you, friend. Thank you so much. Friends, I've been playing with the audio a bit tonight, so if you hear anything untoward, if my volume sounds weird, if it sounds crackly, if there's anything craziness, let me know earlier than later. I've been trying to clean up some of the distortion in my audio. It's never been that bad, but it's just enough to annoy me personally when I listen back to things, so I'm trying to fix it. I think I did, but I would love to get your feedback. I know the perfect test. Well, I mean, it can do a test that way, but it's more of my speaking voice. It's not about the alerts. So, before... Wrong test, but there you go. It's not what I need tested, but thank you, Alex, for your attempt. So what am I trying to do here? Danny, thank you. I do say thank you, Alex, for your attempt. That's the main thing, is that you try. That you tried. That was a good idea. It just wasn't quite what we were looking for. That was a test of the emergency Katie dance button. Yes, if there isn't a case of emergency and you do need someone to dance, that is the button to press. 100% accurate. Although honestly, I think the game devs knew what they were doing when they titled the game. I would actually probably say you're accurate with that, Eric's. Thanks for letting me post it. Of course, Maxie, absolutely. Like, the only thing I would ever be like, no, you can't do like a charity thing. First off, you're family here, right? You've been part of this community for a while now, and it's not like you just showed up long enough to like get me to give you permission to do something and run off. So no, that's perfectly fine. And then the other thing is, like, of course, it's for a good charity, you know? It's not something that's like outside of TOS or something. So it's just like, of course. Maxie, absolutely happy to help. I don't know how much I can help it. Run off, it is late, but you got time tonight. Well, no, Maxie, what I'm saying is like, because, you know, a lot of streamers will put, you know, like self-promotions and different things in your Discord, right? And you know what I mean. But this just is just for expounding for everyone's sake. But, you know, like a lot of streamers will put like options and places where people can promote their own stuff, promote their own thing. And there's people who will join a Discord, not really be part of the community, and just pump themselves up. And I'm like, I'm not necessarily about that. Like, absolutely, if you're part of the community, use the resources of the community. But, you know, if you're not part of the community, don't take up the space. If that makes any sense, we want to keep that for the community. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. Must say, Maxie's a great friend of the community. I agree with you, Katie. Always here supporting and sharing the love of hockey. Absolutely. And others, a good bean if I ever was. Yeah, Maxie's been great ever since we've gotten to know him. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, of course, anything to help him out, of course, we're going to do. A lot of Discord servers I'm in here are for streamers. Oh, yeah, well, Alex, 100%. But see, that's you. There are people who don't do that. Chaotic Lord, what happened? We just got started. But I'm happy to see you, friend. How are you doing tonight? I need to tell you about your car's extended warranty. Watch my non-existent stream to learn more. There you go. Man, those extended warranty calls will find you. Will find you 100%. You've actually turned down invites to Discords because they did want to become that guy. And one streamer I know is like, that's fine. And I'm like, but... Yeah, 100%. We have danced. I have had water so far. I haven't drank. I've hydrated. Does that count? Oh, man. But, you know, it's one of those things. Again, it's... Here, if y'all really want to know my idea for the Discord is for this channel, what my goal is eventually, is basically, like, I want people to be able to use it for various activities of different kinds and different types. I mean, obviously, it's here to support the stream. The stream is, like, what has brought us all together. But, you know, like, we had a friend of the stream, Scotty, who was doing, like, you know, a Shadow Dark game once a week. And, you know, was inviting people to, like, play that game with him. And then we've done movie nights on Discord. And we've had different activities where, you know, like, we participate and play games together. And my hope is, like, if someone wants to say, you're like, hey, I'm in the mood to watch this movie with a bunch of friends. If Eric's wants to watch Hocus Pocus around Halloween time, she doesn't need my permission to be like, hey, let's set up a movie night. Let's get together with my friends online, this amazing community, and let's watch Hocus Pocus together. And I want to get it to that point to where we have more responsible people and more people who can organize that stuff. So not that it needs to be on autopilot, not that I don't want to be involved, but I want it to be like a living, breathing thing, like a pub. A pub doesn't die just because the pub owner is not in for the night, you know? So it's like, I'm always excited and happy to encourage and do those things that allow people to get more involved in Discord and create more stuff, you know, and just be a more interactive community. So that's literally my goal with the Discord. A bit being a bit overhyped the intro. So you're going to Wicked with your mom. I love that. That's fantastic. The Clockwork Fox pub, we could call it. It's true. It is the Clockwork Fox. Wow, that was a misspeak. The Clockwork Fox Public House, of course. Cat of Glory, you almost done with the roof, but your niece is in the hospital. No, that's a lot. I'm sorry, friend. Geez, hit send of that. No, you're perfectly fine. I want to not feel a little weird about the joy. No, it's. Let's put it this way: when stuff is going bad, it's okay to take joy in something. So let me put it this way: it's been a rough month for a lot of people, and that's difficult. And sometimes you want to be angry and you want to be upset, but at the same time, when the things that are joyful do happen, it's okay to be like. It's okay to take solace in that, like, good thing that happens, you know? Like, if you have a rough part going in your life, but you get a raise at work, be happy about that raise. If something weird is happening, but that person you have a crush on gives you a wink and a nod, and, you know, be happy about those things. If it's just something as happy as the person in front of you paid for your meal and, like, did that whole pay it forward thing, that's okay, too. You know, it's like, just because things are rough and you have a reason to be upset, it is totally great to 100%, you know, be happy about that joyful thing that happened to you. So it's, Chaotic Lord, I know that's tough, but I got you, friend. So enjoy those things when they happen, when the good things happen, you know? Hey, Jellybean, thanks for the reminder. You're totally right. It'll be important to remember. There you go. I'm always happy to help. But Jellybean, it's great to see you, friend. How are you doing tonight? Alex, I'm sorry your friend has that going on. That's a lot rough, too. Also, you're so pumped for Tell Me Why You Love This Game. Jellybean, I've never played it before. I've heard nothing but good about it, though. And I was trying to think of a good night. I've had this one in my back pocket for a while. I wasn't sure what night to play it, and it finally came to me this week that this would be the perfect night to play this game. Hey, Nomad, how are you doing, friend? Welcome on in. Let me, I'm going to scroll back up and make sure I catch everybody here. Mikey, you told one of your friends today, be present in the moment, don't take it for granted, celebrate. Yeah, 100%. When the good thing happens, enjoy the good thing. Mikey, 100%. Chaotic, what makes me wonder if she was pushed over to crisis by the news. She had her 16th birthday last Sunday. Yeah, the news is rough right now. It's easy to get overwhelmed by it. And it's one of those things. The main thing is your niece is getting help. I'm just asking for help's the hardest part, for whatever that's worth. Maxie, last week got approved for geared to income housing. I think I know what you're talking about. You were referred to income housing after being on a decade-long wait list. Sadly, it was in a part of town with high crime. A lot of people working for your safety. A friend said you could move in with her and her husband. Rent will cost more, and things are going to be way tight. Yeah, there's something to be said about being in a safer part of town. 100%. So, yeah. No. Well, Maxie, hopefully all goes well, friend. That's always difficult. And rent is too damn high right now. I think we can all agree on that one. It's kind of like when a few years back, I don't know if anybody remembers the whole my rent is too damn high party that was going around on the internet for a while. Like, that was a thing. Yeah, so high. Not even the good kind of high. So it's just throwing that out there. You're doing well. Got home from bow hunting. Nomad. Love it. 100% love it. Oh my goodness. Well, it sounds like a lot of the fam have a lot of stuff going on, but you know what? It's one of those things. It's okay to have stuff going on. I know one thing that I posted in the Discord today, which is kind of a heavier subject, and you know, I don't know how this affects a ton of people in the community, but today was, you know, Transgender Day of Remembrance. And, you know, at work, we did a little bit of a little thing for it. We had a place where you could light a little tiny electric candle. We had, like, a video playing, especially where people's names were read out and stuff like that. And it's just hard. It's a lot, because I don't know anybody who... if y'all know much about it, but essentially it's a day where we mark where trans people, you know, have lost. We acknowledge the fact that there are trans people who lost their lives due to violence this year, and it's every November 20th. This right at the end of Trans Awareness Week, and it's just always difficult, and it's a sobering day. Jellybean is a very, very nice way of saying it's a sobering day, when there's a lot of things in. People, if you have, it's one of those things, people existing shouldn't be a cause for violence. Yet there's so many people who die every year here in the US or around the world just for the sake of existing. And that's just ridiculous. And there are no real words for it. It's heartbreaking. It's soul crushing. Nothing I could say could possibly encompass everything for it. And so that's honestly been on my mind all day, because you know, as a trans person, you know, it could just as easily be me. Granted, it does typically affect trans women of color the most, which is not me. But it's when you see some of the stories, like when I posted the names, I didn't post all the stories because honestly, it's just difficult. But if you look at the stories of all the people involved in the list I posted, they're all horrible. Like, horrible. Especially the ones involving the minors. Not that it's any better if someone dies older, but I'm saying the details of those stories were truly horrific. And no one should have to go through that. No one should ever have to go through that just for the sake of being trans. And deeply unfair. So that's kind of like, I don't post political messages very often because of obvious reasons. We've had this very long discussion before, but it's one of those things where, I mean, when the trans community says vote like your friends' lives depend on it, we're not kidding. It's like, it can happen. And it's sad, and it's terrifying, and everyone on that list deserves better. And that's just their worst day. That's not even talking about like the stuff that they had to experience just getting to that point. So no one deserves to be unalived just because of who they are. Whether it's trans, whether it's any part of the LGBTQ community, whether it's for the color of your skin, whether the God you do or do not worship. No one deserves to be unalived for that reason. And so that's kind of what today was all about for the trans community. So everybody talking about how today was kind of like a bittersweet day in a lot of ways. I get it. I'm thankful that I'm still here. I'm thankful that a lot of the trans friends that are here as part of this community are still here. But it doesn't make it, you know, you still, your heart still just breaks for those who aren't. And they all deserve better, and we have to like basically do, with the time we have to do better for them. I say it every year, we have to do better for them, and I feel like every year we just always fall a little short. So, hey Pierce, Jordan, how are you doing, friend? Jordan, our amazing friend. We have, like I said, we have a lot of wonderful, like, out and proud trans friends as part of this community. And Jordan, I'm glad I can always talk shop with you, friend. So I missed some stuff being posted. Obviously, I'm gonna scroll back up and catch things while I was talking. Um, yeah, well, and see, the thing, Alex, you say you hope that there was from North Dakota. There was no one who was reported from North Dakota. And one of the difficult parts about it is there's no official database. There's no official database that collates this information in the U.S. So the way these lists are compiled are basically people within the various human rights organizations and things of that nature in the U.S. basically going through news articles, going through police reports. The problem is if you have an unsupportive family and you're trans, they may tell the news that their daughter died when they had a trans kid. They may say that their son died when they had a trans kid and not honor the person that they were. You have police reports in some police precincts and districts who will be like, well, they're legally this, and so this is all we're going to report. And then it makes it harder for us to find out the people's stories and get them out there. And then you have some news media who don't give a crap. Not all. There's very good organizations. I believe I belong to one of them. But even then, there's times they'll screw up and get all the wrong information out there. And so, in the U.S., we know of 36. That number could be so much higher, and we don't know. And so, to answer your question, I don't know. My list didn't have anyone with North Dakota on it, Alex. But I can't say that there wasn't someone in North Dakota. Mikey, may I just say something kind to all of you who are in need of this message, regardless of your stories or what's going on in your life? I just want to say that I'm happy you all exist and are present in my life. Mikey, 100% right back at you, friend. Jellybean, nearly lost family in the past due to kind of bigotry that caused violence against trans folks. So incredibly thankful they're still here and thankful for everyone else still here too. You all matter and you all deserve to be here. 100%. Yeah, period, Jellybean. They all 100%. Nomad, this is your only political message, which I appreciate, again, just because of my specific situation, y'all being very, y'all being very ginger as far as, like, gentle and dealing with politics, because I can't really engage in politics online. The old rid of the problem is still the old. But see, okay, so I kind of disagree with that. Most of them are 60, 90 years old, and that says a lot. And you say that, though, but Nomad, there's a new group coming up. There's a new demographic coming up that is really viciously bad. And so that is a problem. Chaotic Lord, there are people who do purposeful, conscious actions to make it bad enough so trans people will cease to live and celebrate their deaths as a double win, which is just insane. And what's even worse, Chaotic Lord, is when people mix religion in with that. Which y'all know, I am a Christian. I that is my religion. But when people try to mix politics from religion and essentially cheer when trans people die, it just blows my mind. I'm like, how can you be? How can you say you're anything about these religions when